Usually among the first instead of among the last, but there's a reason behind that. I was expecting broadside to be available. It was in the printer today, and there was a slight chance that some copies would be delivered here, but apparently not, so I'm doing my alternate piece, which happens to be the final piece I wrote for the Flint Journal. But before I do, I should mention that after the Flint Journal had its cutbacks and I couldn't do the contributions anymore for the Flint Journal, the History Press out of Charleston, South Carolina saw those pieces that were still online and asked me to put together a book using the material that I wrote previously for the Uncommon Sense. And it came out in October 2010, and this is the book. Some of you are already familiar with it. Others, this may be the first time you've seen it. It's available in all the area bookstores, including the gift shops at Sloan Museum and the Flint Institute of Arts, and also online through the usual sources such as Amazon, and also from my car. The book is $19.99. I was supposed to hear. Only $19.99. You were a little slow there. Louder.
Only $19.99.
Yeah, only $19.99. And if you're interested in the book, you can go to the usual places, or if you want to get it directly from me, I can sign it for you. Now, this is the final piece I wrote for the Flint Journal, which was published on September 27, 2009. And like last month, this is a car piece. This one is about the General Motors EV1 electric car, which is now on display at the Sloan Museum Buick Gallery. The piece is, of course, called The Buick Gallery's Rare Plug-in Electric Car. Before the Volt, there was the 1997 EV1 electric car. This is the pioneering plug-in electric vehicle depicted in the 2006 documentary film, Who Killed the Electric Car? It is now at the Sloan Museum's Buick Gallery. It was the first mass-produced electric car of the modern era built by a major car company. It is, of course, just a part of history now, and perhaps a lesson as General Motors embarks on its latest attempt to spark renewed interest in electric vehicles. Only 1,117 EV1s were manufactured at the now-closed Lansing Craft Center in Lansing from 1996 to 1999. They were leased at selected Saturn dealerships in California and Arizona. The only reason they were offered for lease was because the electric vehicle technology was still evolving, and leasing offered full warranty protection over the 3-year or 36,000-mile warranty period. The EV1 had only an electric motor, and the range was between 50 and 90 miles, so it was suitable only as a commuter vehicle. The car was recharged at home, adding up to $1.50 for each recharged electric bill. In areas where the EV1 was available, public charging stations were set up in parking lots. A prototype managed to go as fast as 183 miles per hour. The original lead-acid batteries were later supplanted by nickel metal hydride batteries, which improved both range and battery life. It was produced after the California Air Resources Board ruled automakers must offer zero-emission vehicles, a division that was later reversed. While the suggested retail price listed was $33,995, it cost GM about $80,000 for each vehicle, including research and development costs. GM viewed the EV1 program as unprofitable and discontinued the program in 2002. As the 800 leases for the car expired, GM took them back and refused to sell them to anyone. In 2004, the final leased EV1 was repossessed. In 2005, nearly all the EV1s were crushed, with the exception of a handful that were delivered to educational institutions and museums with the powertrain disabled. The EV1 in the Buick Gallery was donated by GM to Kettering University in 2001 for use by its mechanical engineering and electrical and computing engineering departments. At that time, Craig Hoff, professor of mechanical engineering, stated that the car would be used for fuel cell research. Hoff worked with a fuel cell company for a couple of years on converting the EV1 into a fuel cell vehicle, but that company developed funding problems and folded. The EV1 was then put into storage. Hoff would bring his hybrid electric vehicle class once each term to look at the EV1 in storage. But that wasn't a satisfying use of the car, Hoff said. When the opportunity came to display the EV1 to Sloan, we were pleased to do so. Of course, technology has continued to advance, and gas prices continue to rise since the EV1. GM's offering the Chevrolet Volt plug-in hybrid next year allows commuters to drive up to 40 miles per day without using a single drop of gasoline. The difference is that it can also be used for long-distance driving, hundreds of miles on a single tank of gas, thanks to the gasoline engine to be produced by Flint Engine South. In a 2006 interview published in Motor Trend magazine, then GM CEO Rick Wagner admitted that his worst decision was axing the EV1 electric car program and not putting the right resources in the hybrid. It didn't affect profitability, but it did affect image. Let's see what happens this time. Now, I should say as an afterthought that since the Bolt came out, the producers of Who Killed the Electric Car put out a sequel updating thing called Revenge of the Electric Car. I guess I should look up that film and see what that one's like. Now, I promise you, next month, I will have all the issues of Broadside to pass along to each of you so I can read my next piece about the coat I like to wear during the winter months, but because, well, it's wet and it's warmer now, I don't need to wear it now unless it gets really cold. So until October, I guess I'll just wear regular clothes. I thank you very much.